Ting ting ting. Wait, why does the ocean never run dry? Have you ever looked out at the sea and wondered, where does all this water come from? And why is there so much of it? It's been raining for years. Shouldn't it have evaporated by now? Floods, melting ice, fish doing their business, ships sailing back and forth. And yet, when you look again, the ocean is still vast and boundless, calm as if it hasn't lost a single drop. Could it be that someone is secretly refilling it every night? In reality, the ocean isn't a giant water tank, nor is it your home aquarium. And the reason the ocean stays consistently full is not due to luck, but a brilliantly natural cycle happening every second around you, around me, and around this entire planet. Let's dive in. Today, we'll explore together why the ocean never runs dry, and even shows signs of rising. First off, to understand why the ocean never runs out, we need to know just how much water the ocean holds. According to estimates, all the oceans on Earth contain about 1.33 billion cubic kilometers of water. Sounds fancy, right? In simpler terms, that's about 350 quintillion liters. Yes, 350 quintillion liters. You heard that right. No mistake there. If you were determined enough to drink 1 liter a day, it would take longer than the age of the universe to drink it all. But honestly, don't try it. You'd get salt poisoning by the second sip. No need to wait until the end. But the key point isn't how much water there is, but why. It never runs out. Evaporation, rain, floods, melting ice, and, well, fish doing their thing. Yet the ocean stays full, as if it hasn't lost a drop. Sounds illogical, right? The secret lies in the fact that water isn't added daily, nor is anyone taking it away. It's part of a closed cycle, called the water cycle, running continuously, steadily, like a super durable cosmic machine. And this cycle is why the ocean remains as vast as ever, no matter how much. Exactly. The water on Earth is almost never created anew, nor does it disappear anywhere. It just takes a trip and returns to where it started. Remember the water cycle you studied endlessly in elementary school? Water evaporates into clouds, bring rain, rain falls. Water flows to rivers and streams, back to the sea, then evaporates again, a giant loop happening every day. All over Earth, no days off. Every day, the sun pulls billions of liters from the sea, but returns it through rain. And here's the fun part, about 85% of Earth's rain falls back into the ocean, not onto land. So the ocean gives and takes back, like lending a friend something and getting it back by evening in pristine condition. In other words, ocean water is just on a temporary trip. It floats up to the sky, drifts through clouds, and returns home on time. It doesn't get used up. It doesn't mysteriously vanish. So don't try to crack the case of the missing ocean water. And because of this incredibly stable cycle, even with constant evaporation, the ocean stays full, like it's just been topped off. But what about those giant ice blocks at the poles? Isn't the water being locked up there? True, a huge portion of Earth's water is sitting frozen in the ice caps of Greenland and Antarctica. Those ice blocks are massive water storage units, holding tens of millions of trillion liters of frozen water at the planet's poles. But here's the key. The total amount of water on Earth doesn't change. It doesn't disappear, it just changes form. Sometimes liquid, sometimes evaporating into clouds, sometimes freezing into ice. Water is a master of transformation, and when the climate warms, ice melts, water flows back to the sea. Sea levels rise, not because water evaporates and vanishes into space. So if someone tells you Earth is running out of water, understand this. We're not short on water, we're short on clean water for use, for irrigation, for daily life. But salty water, frozen water, evaporated water, Earth has plenty of that. Could water ever escape Earth entirely? Sure, but it's minimal. So minimal it barely makes a difference. Specifically, high up in the atmosphere above us. Some water vapor molecule, especially hydrogen, can be broken apart by UV rays from the sun, splitting into tiny pieces, and hydrogen, being light and fast, can escape into space. But this process is so slow it's outdone by watching paint dry. Counting each drop would take billions of years to lose a noticeable amount. In just Earth does leak water. But it's like ice melting in a freezer. You know it's melting, but you can't see it shrinking at all. So where did all this water come from? Does Earth have its own water tank? No one is 100% sure. But two hypotheses are widely supported by scientists. First, water came from inside Earth itself. When Earth was a giant ball of fire, newly formed, volcanoes erupted fiercely. Each eruption released water vapor. Over time, the vapor cooled and fell as rain. It rained and rained and rained, drop by drop, eventually forming rivers and oceans. The second hypothesis sounds like science fiction. Water came from outer space. Wait, what? Full of ice crashed into the planet. Like the universe. Delivered water right to our doorstep. And so, Earth received a hefty water gift from the cosmos, whether homegrown or imported. What's certain is, water has been on Earth for over 4.5 billion years, and thanks to Earth's perfect temperature, sufficient pressure, and strong gravity, water doesn't evaporate away. It sticks around to this day. The ocean water today might be the same drop that fell from a rain billions of years ago. But hold on, there's one thing we haven't mentioned. What about humans? Can we make the ocean dry up? The answer is, not really make it disappear, but definitely, we're making it harder for water to cycle properly. We're not evaporating water off Earth, but we're carelessly disrupting the water system in 3 bad ways. Pretty shameful. Blocking natural water flow with dams and canals. Sounds convenient, but it stops water from flowing the way nature intended. Second, dumping trash and waste into rivers, lakes, and oceans. The water's still there, but it's polluted and foul. No one dares touch it, and worst of all, heating up the planet. Disrupting the climate, melting ice. Sea levels rise, some places flood up to rooftops, others dry up and crack. Not enough water for irrigation or cooking. In short, we're not making water disappear, but we're making it go to the wrong places at the wrong times, used the wrong way. The consequences: droughts, floods, pollution, lack of clean water, all sorts of suffering. So, will the ocean ever dry up completely? Nope, unless you plan to heat Earth to thousands of degrees, evaporating all water into space, freezing the planet like in an apocalyptic movie, turning the ocean into rock. Or unless Elon Musk wakes up one fine morning and says, "I'll suck up all the ocean water to pour onto Mars." Then we'd have something to worry about. As long as Earth is still breathing, the ocean will stay full. Rest assured, ocean water won't disappear. It just keeps moving house. Why does the ocean never run dry? Because water doesn't vanish. It just changes form, from liquid to gas, from ice to rain. And since the days before dinosaurs had teeth, Earth has run a super efficient cycling system. Water evaporates, forms clouds, flows to rivers and seas, then evaporates again. No magic involved. No God standing there, topping it up daily. Just physics, geology, and an Earth that's great at recycling. So the water you showered with yesterday might have been a dinosaur's tear from eons ago. Who knows? Got any crazier theories? Drop them in the comments below. And if you've ever wondered about wild questions like this, hit the like button so we know you're still awake. Subscribe to the Y channel, so every day you open your phone to a new wait, what story. Seriously, turn on notifications, because the next video might answer a question you thought of in the bathroom. See you in the next episode, where everything weird has a reason. For now, goodbye.